Hello, everybody. This is Beth Worsdell, author, and you're watching the Witty Writer Show. And I am so thrilled because right now I have with me the amazing Grace Augustine. Hello, darling. Hey. You're looking very Christmassy. I love it.
Oh, thank you. I don't have the hat like you do, though.
I bought this especially for the show, and I know you've seen it, but look, it's got little bells on. That jingle. With a little bobble, and there we go, Santa's helper.
How cute.
I'm not sure about the ears though, Grace. I've got to tell you, they're a bit big.
They look like wooden spoons,
don't they? I absolutely love them. Right, Grace, before we really get started, darling, I'm going to quickly share us with the Writers Rock group and the Writers Rock Readers group.
Okay.
So, bear with me 1 second. I just got to make sure that we are live and we can be seen. There we go. Oh, I got to tell you, my hat looks quite good on there. I've got to tell you, Grace. There we go. So more options. I wish there was some way of me being able to do this just automatically, but never mind. Okay, right, post and news feed. Post. That's one done. Sorry about this, Grace.
Yes.
Right, post and to Writers Rock. Post. Share. Right, post. Sorry about the commentary. I can't help it. But we are getting there. There we go. And one last one. Okay, Grace, I'm going to have a go at sharing to your page. Bear with me.
Okay. I think I just tried to do that and it just showed a duck.
Oh, really? Let's see if I can do it. Hang on. I'll do it on your timeline. There we go. Grace. Post. I did it. I just shared it to your page, I think. It was either your page or your profile, but there we go. And we've already got some viewers. So I'm going to click them on, Grace, so we can both say hello.
Okay.
Leanna, good morning. Well, it's good morning for Leanna because she's in Australia.
Leanna.
Hello, darling. Look. She's my little Grinch. Leanna, look what I'm wearing for you. Look, I'm Santa's little helper today. It's all good. It's all good. And Josephine's joining us from Devon. She's absolutely fabulous. And I'll tell you, Grace, I can't wait for you to see our new book cover because it's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks beautiful if that's the one in her profile.
Yes, I believe it is. It is absolutely stunning. Vicky's joined us as well. Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
Good afternoon, darling. You all have to excuse the noise if you hear the wind blowing because we've got more Santa Ana winds, Grace, and it is just blowing a hoolie outside.
Oh, my goodness.
Deep joy.
Hi, Bernetta.
Hello, Bernetta. She says, good afternoon, beautiful queens and blessings. Blessings to you, my darling. We've also got Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Thank you for joining us. And special guest is my mum in England.
Oh, hello. Nice meeting you.
She's awesome. My mum, I've got to tell you, Grace, my mum rocks. She is awesome.
That's awesome.
Bless her. And we've got Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, Kimberly.
And Josephine says it is. Oh, the cover is the one, but it's not the new one. Ooh.
Oh.
You wait to see the new one, Grace. It is beautiful, beautiful. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for joining us today. And thank you, Grace.
I've been so excited.
I've been so excited. You are an amazing lady. I've got to tell you, I've got so much admiration for you, Grace. Because
thank you.
You know, you're a multi-genre author, which always blows my mind. I think that's absolutely fantastic. You're an editor, plus you do a blog called Originality by Design. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
which I love. I'm always hopping on there to read what.
Thank
what
you.
Down. It's fantastic. And you're an MS warrior.
Yes.
I don't know how you do it all, Grace.
You just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other one and just keep going forward.
It's absolutely amazing. It really, really is. Now, tell us, I mean, you've written so many books. I think I counted 30, including...
Oh, not that many yet.
The
last one was 22.
Oh, that still blows my mind.
And I have 23 writing right now. It's due February 1st for an anthology.
Wow. It's just absolutely...
You're in that anthology in Kaleidoscope Hearts.
That's right.
Yes.
It blows my mind. Now, is writing something you've always been passionate about, or is it something that developed?
No. I graduated high school with 17 credits in English.
Wow.
So, I did all of the electives early on and then took nothing but English courses for my junior and senior year.
Wow.
And I put it away for a while, and, you go out and you are in the world and you become part of what's going on. And at that point in time, I was engaged to a chiropractor. And 6 months after we were together, I received notice that he'd committed suicide.
Oh.
And I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know when the funeral was. I didn't know anything. His family didn't want to have me be a part of their families, so they didn't share that with me. So I turned everything inward and didn't write, didn't do anything for a very long time. And I find it really interesting that the writing came about again from another relationship that I was in that turned sour. And there you go. The Acorn Hills series was brought to life, and it contains a lot of the people that I have met along the way, a lot of different circumstances. There's a piece of me in each one of those characters. So here we are, 23 books later, I'm still doing it.
That's amazing, isn't it? Can I just say, I do not understand some people. People who behave like that and completely disregard other people's needs and emotions is just heartless.
It is, but then I wouldn't be who I am today without having gone through that.
Yeah, and that was going to be my next point. I think it's absolutely wonderful that you managed to turn those bad experiences into something so positive that then has a knock-on effect in a positive way for all your fantastic readers. I mean, that's absolutely wonderful. And are you a very optimistic person in general?
I am. I always have been. I have a solid faith foundation, and I think that is what gets me through.
Yeah.
I'm relying on that.
I think that's a major part of so many people's lives, isn't it? It's very comforting to know that I think that there's something bigger than us, no matter what your religion is or what or what your faith levels are. Mm-hmm. It's comforting to know. We've actually got some more comments, Grace, and we've got quite a few people joining us.
Wonderful.
Which is fantastic. So I'm just going to pop them on. Let me just. There we go. So Jennifer. Oh, hi, Jennifer. She says, "Sorry, I'm late." It's okay, darling.
That's okay. That's you, though, honey.
Better late than never is what I say.
I can do that because I know her. Oh, Leanne, I'm so sorry. I understand. Thank you for stopping by.
She's done her back in. Oh, I will send you some jokes later, but not too funny because I don't want you to hurt yourself if you're laughing. Oh, I do feel for her. Love you, Leanna. Jennifer says, Grace is amazing. I second that motion.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Leanna says, wow, 30. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It must have been such a journey. Bernetta says, wow, that's incredible, Grace. And yes, congratulations.
Thank you, Bernetta.
We got
Hi,
Kristen.
Kristen.
Hi. Hi. And Jennifer says she's always late.
Yeah, but I love her anyway. She's my little sister from New York that I adopted. So
oh, well, I think
I have a lot of adopted family.
That is absolutely wonderful. I tell you, it's amazing, isn't it, how much support you get as a person and an author means to us.
Yes, that's for sure.
It really does. Now, you're also an editor as well.
Yes.
What do you find the most difficult? Editing other people's works or actually editing your own? Because it's I don't know about you, Grace, it's very hard to be ruthless with your own work.
That's why I don't do it. I have somebody else. I have somebody else that's ruthless with it. So
I'm so glad you said that, because I struggle. I do struggle. I know I'm a very wordy writer.
Yes.
And it's very hard to take a hatchet to your own work because you need to compress it.
Well, and after you've been so close to it for so long, the last thing you want to do is go through it one more time and one more time and one more time, because you just at that point want to get rid of it and let somebody else deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I'll tell you, I'm so thrilled that we're talking today. You've won awards for your novels. You've managed to reach readers for all these different genres, because you do a bit of paranormal, you do a bit of everything. What do you enjoy writing the most, do you think?
I never thought I would ever write a dragon story, ever. I've always stuck within the romance genre, but in the different subcategories.
Yeah.
I did a Christian romance, suspense. I did sweet romance. There's steamy, spicy. There's for the over 50 group. So there's all these different ones. And then I even got into the metaphysical side of it. I just like writing romance. I like happy ever afters.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think people need that positivity in their life and that feel good feeling, don't they? And
Yes.
and you mentioned about the over 50s.
Yes.
I tell you that I think that's what I admire about you the most, Grace, is that people forget that just because somebody's over a certain age, they still have needs and wants, and they still want to enjoy life to the fullest. And you're bringing that to people.
That is in my first 7 books, the Acorn Hills series. I take a group of friends from high school and bring them to modern day. So we see them at 18 and we see them at 70. And, the needs are still there. The need to be loved, the need to be wanted, the need to be helpful, the need to mother your children. It's all still there, regardless of what age you are.
Yeah.
And 65 is around the corner for me. So I'm every bit the same as I was when I was 20. I just can't do as much physically. But, I'd like to think my mind is almost that sharp. I mean, if you ask my kids, they probably would say no. But,
Don't be asking my kids, because I'm always calling them by the wrong names, Grace.
I know. I did that too. It's like, okay, which one are you?
And I've only got 4 of them, but I'm always getting them mixed up. And I think it's because, I don't know whether it's just a mum thing, but you're doing one job, but you're already thinking about the next job and the next job after that. And your mind is going quicker than you are. And my kids will tolerate it until I call one of my boys by one of my girls' names, and then they get really upset, Grace.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh my gosh. But this is why they love me, because I'm an idiot. We got some more messages. We're going to get those on right now. My eyes are streaming because I'm laughing already. I don't know about you guys, but I laugh from my eyes. The moment I start laughing, my eyes just start running, unfortunately. So Kristen says, nice to meet you, Grace.
It's nice meeting you too, Kristen.
And Jennifer says, I just adore Grace. She wants a she shed at her house for her.
Yes. I keep teasing her husband that he needs to build me one.
I want a she shed too, Grace.
Jennifer is one of my editing clients.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, well,
and she has become family more than a client. So
those are the best type of relationships, aren't they?
It is, yeah.
I think that's absolutely wonderful. Oh, there you go. She did say that. Look, that's why you're my editor. I would love a she shed, I've got to tell you. I saw a really good picture a while ago, and it just looked like a little castle. And I thought, yes, I could be in there.
Yes, very much.
I would like that.
Yes,
oh, hello, darling. She says, hi there. Sorry I'm late. I was on the event page. Knucklehead. No, you're fine, darling. You're fine. She says, Grace is fabulous. I love this lady.
Oh, that's mutual, honey.
That is lovely. And Kristen says, time to check out some of Grace's work. Yes, it is.
Well, let me show you one of my books.
Oh, yes, please.
This
is
currently free.
Oh. So
if you would like to have a Christmas holiday read, I recommend it.
That is
this is the sequel to.
That is so beautiful.
This one.
That is gorgeous. Grace, your covers are absolutely stunning on all of your books. Those are beautiful.
I have a brilliant cover designer, Linda Bollinger with Telltale Designs. Linda's in our Kaleidoscope Arts anthology that we're doing. But yes, she's the designer. This is the award-winning cover that won the Rome. So
beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. There you go. So if you want a free book from Grace, grab it while it's free. And I have put your links and everything on, Grace, so everybody will be able to find you, which is fantastic. But those covers are beautiful, and they give you a real sense of the stories as well. They're just so well done.
They are. I love them to pieces. I really do. There's going to be a third book in this series that'll be out around Christmas time of 21.
Oh.
And I'm co-writing that with CJ Beatty.
Wow.
And it is called Countdown at Dalgart Castle.
Ooh, that
have a similar cover. And it's going to be, it's going to be full of surprises. Let's just say that.
Oh, she's going to leave us all in suspense.
Yes, I am.
I love it. I love it. She's a teaser. I like that too. There you go. Oh, Wanda says, hello, lady. Hello, my darling. Now, don't forget, if any of you have got any questions for Grace, please feel free to comment. I am trying to keep up with everybody's comments and stuff. Jennifer says that series is so awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And Josephine says she totally agrees with that. She tends to write with the older lady in mind, a bit like herself. Laugh out loud. There's a lot of stuff out there. I think it's absolutely wonderful. Do you know what, Grace? I think the reason I'm so impressed that you've done that is because I think people don't realize that as you get older, you go through a period where you're happy with yourself, you're quite confident, you feel so much more confident than you did when you was younger. But then when you get past that middle age, and you start to see differences in your skin and your hair, and your bits aren't as pert as they used to be, you go back a bit into that state of insecurity.
You do,
don't you? And I think it's so important that there is something out there for older readers like us because we do still have insecurities, especially if you have to start again.
Yes.
And find love and go on the dating scene again. I think it's wonderful that you're actually reaching that audience.
Well, thank you. It's just who I am. I mean, that's where I am in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will I ever date again? Probably not. You know, I'm very happy with who I am and where I am.
Yeah.
But what I miss the most is the affection from another person. You know, it's not the 24/7 living together, snuggling in bed, sexuality part of it. It's that ability to speak with somebody who understands you and someone who's not afraid to go out and do things.
Yeah.
Something, you know.
To live life.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's a tough one. I mean, I touch wood. I've just had 30-year anniversary with my husband, but I think I would be in complete limbo.
Mm-hmm.
Him. So I completely understand, and I've actually watched my mum go through the same thing you have as well. You know, and that unknowing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. Oh, we've got some more comments, Grace. So I'm going to quickly put them up. Kristen says, those are beautiful covers.
Thank you.
Josephine says, the covers are so lovely. I agree. And I'll tell you, you just want to pick something up so beautiful at this time of year, don't you? And just
well, I'm going to show you another one that she did. And this is from a different series.
She is awesome, isn't she?
Isn't she, though? This is the second book of the Diva to the Guides series. It's my metaphysical series.
That is.
And this is Cherise Carrington right here. And she loves flying. She has been a helicopter pilot for a news station doing weather and stuff. And this guy is Mark Seymour, who is the brother of the main character in the first book.
He's a bit of a hunk.
Oh, he is. He is. And let me see if I can get. This is Simon right here.
Ah.
Simon is Cherise's cat, who happens to be a very proper British familiar.
Ooh.
Who can communicate to her and doesn't really communicate to other people, but just to her.
That's amazing. I'll tell you, what do you think is the most fun for you to write? What do you enjoy writing the most?
I have really gotten into writing sweet romance. A particularly sweet holiday romance. And I don't know if it's because of the holidays, if it's because it's that happily ever after. You know, I don't know.
Do you know what? I think it's whatever fuels your heart and soul, really.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things that you've got to write for yourself.
Here. This is another holiday book that is on sale.
That is gorgeous.
Called Second Chances.
Your book covers are so classy and they're so apt to the stories.
Well, even the back of it is. I mean,
that is gorgeous.
And this is actually two stories in one. It's about a father and a daughter who find love.
Oh.
So, yeah, so that one's another one. It's also in a Christmas anthology that's called Christmas Naturally.
Ooh.
With other authors, and it's 99 cents and a free read on KU. So, yeah, there's lots out there to choose from.
That's absolutely fantastic. Now, your books are everywhere, aren't they?
Pardon me?
Your books, they're available everywhere, not just on Amazon?
Not just, they are on Amazon. You have to ask for them through Barnes & Noble. But if you ask through Barnes & Noble at Walmart, they'll order them in.
Fantastic. There we go. I'll tell you, I'm so excited. I honestly, Grace, your books.
Thank you, Wanda.
They're
Thanks,
just
Netta.
They're absolutely beautiful. Denise has just joined us as well. Denise. She says that that is awesome. Love the cover.
Thank you.
They are so good, aren't they? Honestly, they're all angels.
Yes, I am. I am leaving you in suspense. I want you to pick up and finish the stories.
I love it. Grace is very good at teasing you. She's going to tease you with the stories. Jennifer says, how many books do you have planned for Delgarde Castle?
Well, one for next Christmas for sure. I would also like to explore a book for Eldra and Martrand, who are another king and queen in a different kingdom. But other than that, I think that would be it.
How do you come up with your character names, Grace? Is it something that you find easy to do, or do you have a particular technique to create them?
I have a list, and my list is getting longer and longer of ones that I can't use because I've already used them. For Delgarde Castle, though, I knew what I wanted to write. I wanted to write something that was folklorish and about Norwegian folklore. I don't know why, because I'm not Norwegian.
Interesting.
And that's what Christmas at Dalgard Castle is the history of Yule.
Wow.
So, that story is told in there.
I think that's lovely.
So I looked through to find Norwegian names, and that's how that was done. But it's just like you go to sleep and you wake up and it's like, oh, yeah, okay. How am I going to work in Brett, whoever it is? And I just write it down, Sometimes it's a photograph that I find on deposit photos. And this one, Treasures of Love.
That is gorgeous.
It's a collection of love vignettes. So they may be, I don't know, 2 to 3 pages long for a story, but it's about all the different types of love.
Oh.
Whether it be a mother-daughter, a father-son, a grandparent. So, they're easy reads. They're books that you can pick up and read a little bit and put down.
And something for everyone as well.
Yes. Yep. For every age group.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely fabulous. And I love books like that because it's something that you can read, thoroughly enjoy, and recommend to so many different people, friends and family, because there's something for everybody. I think that's absolutely wonderful.
I will say the Acorn Hills series would not be for everybody because there's a lot of steamy, sexual, heated things in there. And I got raked over the coals one time for that.
Oh, really?
Because of my beliefs. And I said, do you not understand that the creator of mankind knows about all this? Yeah. So, Bernetta, my inspiration is it's like dreams, it's seeing a photo, it's people from my past, it's a situation that I've gone through, anything like that.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing what can spark off something that can actually turn into a book. Now, with my first book, it was a dream, which was really unusual because I don't normally remember my dreams. I sleep like a log. But that vivid dream then turned into something huge. Do you have vivid dreams?
I do. Actually, I'll tell you a funny one. The story that I'm doing for the Kaleidoscope Hearts is called Finding Love at Wanda's Wigs.
Oh, I like that.
And it's about a story where 2 little boys have stolen a necklace and hide it in a wig when they're 9 years old. And the sister of one of those brothers is now close to 30 or 32, and she wants to use the upstairs of her mother's wig shop for her jewelry business.
Oh.
And she gets to moving things around and picks up this wig, and out falls the necklace.
That's so
And
cool.
that was the dream.
Wow.
Last night, my dream was, I have two friends. One lives in Dublin, Ireland. One lives in Canada. The Canadian is a singer-songwriter, and the one that lives in Dublin is a writer, like we are. And Gordon Lightfoot. I don't know if you know who Gordon Lightfoot is, but he is a Canadian singer-songwriter.
I reckon
And
his name.
been just the love of my life for as long as I can remember. But it's centered around music and being in the kitchen and cooking and CDs that needed to be given to people. And so, yeah, I do dream vividly. And sometimes wake up shaking my head wondering what it means.
Do you wake up thinking, oh, that was a good one? Or, oh, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. Denise says, oh my God, I can't wait to check this series.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. Also, don't forget to get your free copy at the moment, Denise. Wanda says, when you see them all when you see all them changes going on with your image, you don't have to look in the mirror as often. That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Absolutely, 100%. Denise says, the companionship, I feel you.
Yes.
And I think at the moment as well, I think your books are bringing so much comfort to people, because so many people are feeling it even more at the moment with the pandemic going on and everything else.
Yeah.
Everybody's having to stick in their own little bubbles and, are trying not to go out. But they're missing that connection. And I think that's across all ages. I mean, my daughter's only 17, bless her. And because she's not seeing her school friends and getting an arm hug off one of her friends and a giggle with another, all that interaction is so missed, isn't it?
It is, very much so.
Yeah.
My older son lives with me, and he's so good about hugging. He just really is. He'll come up behind me, behind the chair, and just hug me. But I don't go out very much. I go to the doctor's, chiropractor. That's about it. Because I have MS, I have Sjogren's, and I also have RA. And with 3 autoimmune diseases, I don't even want a chance what could happen. So I'm in most of the time, and very thankful for social media, phone calling, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I live in a secure building. So, the people that are inside the building have to have a key to get in. So it's very safe here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you want, isn't it? It's knowing that you can be safe in your own environment. Absolutely. We got another comment from Denise. She says, yes, and I do hair, so she's surrounded by mirrors.
Oh, bless you.
I'd be looking
with my hair.
I'd be looking, going, oh, my butt looks big in this. I'm cutting away. We've also got some more comments. Oh my gosh, we're doing so good here. Denise says she does great. And we got another comment from Wanda. She says, golly gee, have you posted all them wonderful reads in the Writers Rock readers group, ?
I haven't yet. Not yet.
Yeah, invitation right there. I absolutely love it. Marge says, Grace is so talented, not just as an author either. Her painting is just wow. And she runs a great blog focused on celebrating the arts. I know, because I love your book.
Thank you. I'll tell you, the blog isn't just mine. I can't take full credit for that. Another author friend, Joanne J. Taney, who also writes magnificent books, we decided that we wanted to put a blog together that was for creatives. And we didn't want it to be a space where it was buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. You got to buy my book.
Yeah.
We wanted to know about the authors, the artists, the singer-songwriters. We've got pottery people on there. We've got a yoga instructor. We've had a comic book illustrator. So there's been just countless different people that I'm just so amazed at the talent that is surrounding us. You know, the person next to you, you have no clue what they may be doing, but it's just phenomenal. So anybody that wants to be on the blog can be on the blog. They only have to get a hold of me and we'll get it scheduled.
I think it's absolutely wonderful. And I didn't know you did painting as well.
I do.
Oh,
I haven't painted, well, since high school, actually, and that's been almost 50 years ago. But I took it up 3 years ago now. And I had a page with all of my paintings this year, and I only sold one. I do have some, let me reach over here and see if I can get, I had note cards made.
Oh,
of some of my paintings. So
I love painting. It's so therapeutic. Oh, that is beautiful.
It's done in oranges. I mean, the light is really bad in here, but I had 28 different paintings, and I've been giving most of them as Christmas gifts.
Those are silver birches, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes, they're beautiful.
And Marge is a fabulous photographer.
Oh.
And I asked if I could paint one of her photographs.
Oh,
and they're just absolutely beautiful. She's a beautiful photographer. So we did that.
That's so lovely. I never thought of doing that. Well, actually, no, I did one. I think the only photograph I ever painted was of my daughter when she was little and she was sat on a rock. And I actually surprised myself. I thought, oh, that's not bad. But I must admit, I haven't painted for a while. It's difficult trying to fit everything everything into the day. It's crazy, especially if you're on a writing role as well.
I've been kind of in a writing rut where nothing has come to me. So I took that time and I thought, I'm going to do the paintings. So that's what I did most of the summer.
I love that. I love that. I've said this before and I'll say it again because we do have some new viewers. I never see writer's block as writer's block. I never see it as that. And I think it's a very negative word to call it, isn't it? It literally feels, when you say it like that, it feels like a dead end. Yes. So I always call it having a creative rest.
That's true.
So if you can't focus on the book you're doing right now, go and do another book, or as you said, paint, or have a go at writing a song or some poetry or photography like Marge. There's always something, because we are very creative people, aren't we? Yes. I think generally we don't just do writing.
No, and I found that so true with authors. My blog partner does beautiful stained glass.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
She raised and trained Dobermans for years.
Wow.
Out in Washington State. Marge with the photography. Jennifer Daniels does wreaths. She does beautiful wreaths. So it's like, even that creative other side of us, of our brain, we still have to use it.
Yeah. You can't stop yourself.
No.
I'm always doing something. A while ago, I got into twining bottles, glass bottles. I saw something, I think it was on Pinterest or something, and I thought, I really like that. I'm going to have a go. Well, the problem with me is that I've got so many ideas popping into my head all the time. So I'd be doing and designing one bottle, and the next idea for the next one was already coming to me as I'm doing that one. And my husband says, darling, I'm afraid to stand still right now in case you twine me. Which I could sort of understand,
Oh, yeah. That's too funny.
Oh my my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get some more comments on here because we've got quite a few. We got Edward. Hi, Edward.
Hi, Edward. Nice to meet you.
He says, hi, interesting. Jennifer says Acorn Hills is a very cool to read. We've also got, hang on a minute. Oh, there we go. Josephine said, inspiration can come from anywhere. As you've just said about pictures, etc. It can just be a single word said so emotionally that it triggers something.
So true. Very true.
I absolutely agree with that. Denise says, I have goosebumps. Awesome.
Oh,
I love it. Josephine says, my mind never stops. I go to sleep thinking what's going to happen next and playing it all out of my head. I should really have a pen and pad at the bedside.
yes, you need to. Have one in the kitchen, in the bathroom, by your bed, in the car.
Yeah, I use my phone. I use the notes app and also the voice recording app, depending on what's quickest. So if I have a brainwave while I'm in the car, I'll just quickly record my voice and just speak into it. If I wake up and I'm like, oh, that was interesting, I'll quickly type it out so I don't wake my husband. But yeah, because 9 times out of 10, if I don't do that while it's in my head, it's gone. I can literally walk from the kitchen, Grace, to go and get something out of the laundry room, get to the laundry room and think, why am I here?
Exactly. Yep, I know.
It's crazy. But Netta says, wow, beautiful paintings, Grace.
Thank you.
I agree, they are stunning. Josephine says, it's not block, it's downtime.
Yes,
absolutely. It is. Sometimes our brains just need a little bit of a creative rest, don't they? Just a little calming.
And I have stopped feeling guilty about it.
Yeah, because otherwise it just makes it worse, Grace, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think it does. Put too much pressure on yourself, it just makes it all worse. Josephine says, I have several on the go each time. So if I become stale with one, I will go with another until I think, oh, yeah, that would work. That's hard. And I spin back again. But I'm cross-stitched too, but haven't done it for a while. I love to create, but writing is where I'm happiest.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I think it's nice having different outlets like yourself. You know, it really does fulfill that creative need in us. And as you said, without putting too much pressure on ourselves.
Yes, very much. When I was younger, when my boys were first born, I did a lot of sewing. So I made most of their clothes.
Oh.
So I went from sewing to knitting and knit sweaters and different things, and then to counted cross stitch and all these different craft things. And I taught crafting at a community college for adult education. It just never felt the same as writing, though.
Yeah,
there's something about being able to put what's in here down here.
Yeah, and connect with people on a very personal level, I think.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
it does. And I will warn you that my books will rip your heart out and put it back together again in a different way, because the stories I tell are life stories. Sultry Sensations is the 3rd book in the Acorn Hills series. It's about an overweight teenage girl from the wrong side of the tracks that nobody wanted to be friends with. That girl was me.
Oh.
She endured a lot. I'm not going to tell you. I want you to read about it. But it deals with, and I took some poetic license here. I mean, there are bits of my own life, but then there's also imagination in it. And it goes from physical and sexual abuse as she was a teenager. It goes to her being pregnant as an unwed mother and giving birth to twins, and finding out that she has MS in her later life. So, you have all of these. There's another book in that series that deals with PTSD. and a Vietnam vet.
Oh, wow.
So there's, each book has its own story for the character that's there.
Yeah.
But these 8 people are there for each other throughout everything that goes on.
That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, you're basically sharing real life journeys from so many different aspects and personalities and age groups, and it's something that people can really connect with.
Mm-hmm.
Feel that emotion.
Yes.
And want them to succeed, and make it through all that trauma and hardship and trials, and what doesn't break us makes us stronger. It's just absolutely amazing, Gracie. I mean, you're so eloquent, and your ability to connect with people on such a level is just absolutely amazing. It really is. I honestly, I could take my hat off to you.
Oh, thank you.
I've probably got hat hair right now.
My sophomore English teacher was extremely instrumental in who I am today. She's like an older sister. We still keep in touch, at least once a week. She's 6 years older than I am, so we were her first class after she graduated. So we're just very close, and she's just a very special lady.
Oh, I think that's absolutely wonderful, especially as you've been able to keep in contact, and for her to see your journey in the writing world must be just extraordinary.
She is so funny. She's typically Irish. She's Irish to her very last drop of blood. And I send her the books as I get them done. And she always sends back, I'm doing a little jig on the rooftop.
Oh, I think that's just lovely. I really do. I'm going to do some more comments before we finish, Grace, and try to get these in. Where are we? Bear with me. Oh, there we go. She's there. Look, Josephine says, same here. I forget, but it usually comes back to me eventually. I use single words that I jot down as a trigger.
That works really well.
That wouldn't work for me. I'd be, what? But I've got notes down everywhere. It's ridiculous. What I want to know, Grace, is because we are so different as writers, all of us. We all have our different, different kinks and stuff like that, How do you plan your books? I mean, do you plan, or do you just let the story take you? Do you have a storyboard?
I outline. I'm one of those weird sentence diagrammers that you hate from a long time ago.
No, I love that. I think it's so
diagramming. I loved it. So I outline every chapter. And I have a book that is called, oh gosh, I don't think I can reach it from here, but it's all about names and what the characteristics of the names are. So when a name comes to mind, I look through that book, I get their characteristics, I write all that down, and then, think of the hero or the heroine, and try to match that up with another name that would be compatible with it. And then I start in with the plot, what I want to happen, how I want it to happen. And I have notebooks filled.
It's just so cool, isn't it? I must admit, for book one of mine, I just completely winged it because I had no clue what I was doing at all.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more organized now, Grace, but
that's good. That's a good thing.
I think that's absolutely fantastic. I tell you, it always intrigues me how other authors work. It really, really does. We've got Marsha says, yes, nothing worse than having the perfect line and then watching it disappear into the ether.
Yes.
I absolutely agree. Grace, you are absolutely awesome. I am just so thrilled that we got to talk today.
I am too.
It's absolutely wonderful. I have put all your links on underneath the video, so whether people are watching now or whether they visit later on, they can check out all your links. We may get some more questions over 2 or 3 days, so if you could keep an eye out just for comments and questions, that'd be fantastic. Now, what I've started doing is I've started giving prizes out to people who actually share the author interviews, because they're helping you get more exposure, introducing you to more readers, and I'd like to say a little thank you. So for last week's show on Thursday, our winner for sharing the author interviews is Suzanne. And I'm sorry, Susan, if I say your last name wrong, but I want to say Suzanne Minae, Minae. Minae? I don't know. Sounds right to me, but I could be way off. Unfortunately. So I will message you, Suzanne, and send you a free ebook. Thank you for sharing. We're going to do the same today. Obviously, at the moment, you can get one of Grace's books for free. If you could just hold it up again for us, Grace, that would be wonderful.
Oh, sure.
If that's all right.
This one?
There we go. There we go. If you want a free copy, now is your time. Make sure you check out all Grace's books, because she has got something for everybody. I mean, there's paranormal there, there's with dragons and romance. There's something.
If you know anybody that has MS, I have a little book about my journey.
And I think, do you know what? I think that would be a fantastic read for anybody, because you've got some amazing internal strength, Grace. And you're such a warrior. You really, really are. I think it would be a great read for anybody to see that you can have something so life-changing, but you can still carry on and live life and set goals and carry on doing things. You're an absolute inspiration. I love you to bits. You're so awesome. So make sure you download, you get Grace's book, and as my little thank you, anybody who shares Grace's author interview anywhere, tagging me so I can see it, you will go into a draw to win a free ebook from me as a thank you. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you for being here.
You've been all awesome, and thank you for being involved. The video will be up on my author page, on the Writer's Rock, and everywhere. So if you have got questions or we haven't seen them, don't worry. Grace will see them, so will I. So we will both answer you. And Merry Christmas to everybody. It's
Merry Christmas. Sending you all huge hugs virtually.
I absolutely love that. Christmas hugs all round. Grace, thank you so much, darling. You've been an absolute angel.
Oh, and you as well. Thank you so much for hosting me.
You are so welcome, and hopefully we'll be doing it again soon.
Yes, take care.
Bye, darling.
Bye-bye.